Yoshimoto was born on July 24, 1964, in Tokyo, Japan. Her early life consisted of a very liberal upbringing because her father, Takaaki, was the leader of the radical student movement in the late 1960s. Yoshimoto was able to seek inspiration within her family because they were all artists. Yoshimoto's older sister, Haruno Yoiko, worked as a cartoonist and was able to inspire Yoshimoto at a young age. Later in her life, Yoshimoto went to Nihon University where she majored in literature. After her college days, she worked as a waitress, and in 1987 she released her debut novella, Moonlight Shadow, under the name Banana Yoshimoto. She had chosen the name Banana because of her love for banana flowers, and she also believed that it gave off an androgynous sound. The release of her first book sparked her career as an author, and within the next year she released her book Kitchen. This book had caught attention around the world and won Yoshimoto many awards. The book was also released in many different countries, selling around 6 million copies total. With this popularity, the book was able to be adapted into a film and released in Cantonese. The rise of Banana Mania was able to give Yoshimoto opportunities to work with many different authors. Yoshimoto's works were able to remain popular because of her writing style. Yoshimoto often explores problems teens face. Two major themes that are found within many of her stories are the exhaustion of young Japanese people in contemporary Japan and the way in which terrible experiences shape a person's life. These themes are easy for her readers to connect to and understand because they are subtle, everyday occurrences. Death is a motive that Yoshimoto enjoys exploring because it gives her the opportunity to explore and dissect the emotions and lives of others. Many of Yoshimoto's stories also include the mention of food. Food is something Yoshimoto enjoys writing about because she enjoys depicting the emotion and feeling that different foods give off. Her book Kitchen uses both of these motives. The protagonist Mikage Sakurai is faced with how to cope for the death of her grandmother. As she begins to recover from losing her loved one, she finds passion in cooking. Yoshimoto says that most of her stories do not come from personal experiences and that she gets most of her inspiration from dreams that she has had. Yoshimoto also gets inspiration from events that she hears in the news. Her most recent book, The Lake, was inspired by two different events that affected Japanese citizens. The first event took place in 1977 when Japanese citizens were abducted by North Koreans. The second event took place in 1984 when the Aoyama Shinrikyo broke out and began harassing random Japanese citizens on train stations. She wrote The Lake in the perspective of the people who experienced those events. Yoshimoto's simplistic writing has been criticized by many, saying that Yoshimoto's works are too superficial, but Yoshimoto enjoys writing nice, easygoing stories. After her career settled down, Yoshimoto got married in August of 2000 and she had her first son in 2003. She currently resides in Tokyo. Yoshimoto also remains humble despite her popularity. She keeps a low-key appearance and does not share much about her life. She still continues to write today, but for her leisure rather than as a career.
Ba 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 na na ba 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 na na oh ba ba ba